Welcome back, listeners, to our special Castle Ravenloft visit here on Tavern Watch Plays. Our intrepid band of adventurers. Well, let's just meet them and find out what they've been up to. First off, let's go to Chris.
Howdy. So has Farron been making bad puns and removing wraiths from the adventure and trying to be cool? I'm not sure if it's actually working.
It's very, very cool. Next up, Nick Marino.
I am Nick, and I am playing Ninir, committer of light larceny, multiple times as we make our way through Strahd's castle.
It's true. I believe you've already stolen some of the Count's dinnerware. It's only fair. He did threaten you. And last but not least, Liz Harper.
Hello, I am Elizabeth Harper, and I am playing Serl Sparrow, the Halfling Wizard, destined to come here and defeat Strahd.
Speaking of defeating Strahd, would you like to recap what you all have been up to so far, Liz? Back in episode 1, in case people missed it.
Wow, I walked right into that one. So yes, we have entered Castle Ravenloft on the invitation of Count Strahd. We went to dinner, ate nothing, just in case, and he threatened to kill us. You know, like you do when you invite people to dinner, and completely vanished, leaving us in a dark dining room where we explored. I bravely killed a mannequin and got attacked by ghosts, and those two rescued me because I'm a halfling wizard and I'm very squishy. And now we sit at a stairway. We can go up or down. And Ninir just flipped a coin to tell us which way we would go.
Yep, and we ended the last episode going up. So our intrepid band of adventurers troops up the dusty gray stairs to find themselves confronted with a hallway that looks a lot like the last one you were in. There are still more stairs. There's a hallway out to the left. You can see another one of those archer turrets out to the far west, much like the one where Serl got ambushed by ghosts. And again, more stairs up or down. You remember seeing, as you were riding up in the carriage, that Castle Ravenloft has a few very tall spires. Let's go ahead and go with... So Ninir flipped a coin to end us off and send us up here. So Farron, Chris, you're up first.
Okay, well, I think Farron is going to take the lead here and is going to head off down this hallway. If I can grab my character token, there we go. And it's going to stop right here at the edge of, I guess, this crossroads here, looking into the archer area here, and it's going to stop and just take a long moment to look and make sure that something's not going to pop out of the floor.
Okay, go ahead and give me a wisdom check on your way down the hallway. Also, yes, don't forget to restart your light timer from last time we were playing.
I did. Looks like that's a 12.
Okay, that's fair enough. So as you're walking down this hallway, you're kind of looking for anything that might pop out and surprise you. You get to the end there, and you peek around the corner, and you may remember that on the first floor, that was a kind of an archer area with, you could say, like arrow slits facing outside, although the ones in the little square room were actually covered over with brick. You don't notice anything there. You don't see any of the mirrors that the Count used to cast his extremely practical illusion back when you were at dinner. But partway down the hallway, something kind of catches your attention. I'm going to slide you back about here. You notice that there's a curious, this whole hallway is set with gray stone bricks. But you notice an oddity in the pattern of the bricks here as you pass them to the north. They just look a little out of place.
Stopping before they seem out of place. I'm going to take a moment to kind of check the walls right there.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
An 11.
All right. Yeah, you kind of feel around on the walls. You're not really sure what you're expecting, but you find a little like a little mechanical catch situated into set into the brick. It appears that you may have found a secret door into another room. If you press it, you have a feeling you will open a door to the north.
I pushed a button.
You pushed a button. Okay. So we will end your turn with that secret door groaning open and revealing an audience hall. With that, it is over to Liz.
Farron finds all the secret doors.
You really do.
Man. Why can't I find a secret door? I just find ghosts.
You gotta find the secret door to your heart.
It's a secret door full of ghosts. What's wrong with that?
I want to peek my head inside and get attacked by ghosts.
Do you actually? I was gonna say, I don't think you actually want to get attacked by ghosts, but
Okay, but I do want to look around inside. I'm just preparing for the worst.
okay.
Well, the worst would be worse than ghosts. I'd kind of like to see again, is this a well-used room? Is this an abandoned room?
All right.
Just what do I see sweeping my staff around that has the light spell cast on it?
Okay. So what you see is that this is a, you're guessing not a super well used room. This is a, this appears to be some kind of audience hall. There's, kind of so along the there are what would have been fairly ornate windows along the wall, except that a lot of them have been broken, and they're now just iron frames and rain coming in from outside. So this room is actually fairly windy, come to think of it. The room itself is extremely dusty. There are cobwebs draping the corner. There is and directly in front of you on the southern end of the room, there's a throne atop a raised platform. Oddly, the throne is is facing the south. So when you open the secret door, the throne is actually facing you. And on the opposite end of the room, there are 2 downward staircases.
This throne is quite ominous. It is a source of dark magic.
Shoot it.
Yeah, shoot the throne. You gonna cast magic missile on the throne?
I'm thinking about it.
Up to you. You haven't taken an action yet this turn.
It doesn't look threatening.
It looks like a chair. It's ornate. It's big. It's like a dark wooden throne. It doesn't look particularly threatening.
Are you sure it doesn't look threatening?
If you want to magic missile the chair, I'm not going to stop you. If you want to
magic missile.
If you want to attack the gazebo, I'm not going to stop you. All right, go ahead. Give me a spellcasting roll.
That's a 22.
Okay, roll damage. 1d4.
Could be a 4.
It's going to be
It's
a 4. There is now a streak of magic bursts from your fingers, and there is now a noticeable singe along the back of Strahd's nice chair.
Farron looks over at Serl and is like, "What do you have against inanimate objects?"
Serl is so jumpy.
You never know what can be possessed by dark magic.
Over to Ninir.
Ninir's gonna walk through the secret door frame, and as he does, he's gonna, with his free hand, kind of like do the night siren motion on each of Serl's shoulders. Quip, I dub the Serl Sparrow, Interior Destroyer, before walking into the rest of the room.
All right.
It is a very important job. I am blessed to receive this title.
It's exactly as described. There's the doors to the east, a single door to the east, a double doors further to the northeast, 2 stairs down, broken windows in the northwest wall, and a singed throne on a platform right next to you.
I chuckle as I walk past the nice chair over to the door.
Okay.
And just want to look, since the rest of the room is raggedy, what shape is this door in?
This door is actually in fairly good shape. It's, it's not. I mean, it's a door. It's a nice door, Yeah, the rest, the windows are the thing that probably look the most raggedy here. Like something clearly broke those windows, but yeah, it's a nice solid single door.
Okay. Keeping the card reading in mind, I'm just going to cautiously open this door.
Okay. All right, so you open the door, and
Sure you don't
in.
want.
What's
I
up?
was gonna say, sure you don't want Serl to blow it open with a magic missile.
Only if there's another nice chair in here.
Well, unfortunately, there's not a nice chair, but there is a nice desk. Inside this room, you see, so there's shelves is the first thing you notice about this room. Lots of shelves along the walls lined with scrolls and tomes and scattered papers. And in the center of all this clutter is a giant desk with a ledger open on it. And there is a human man on a tall stool next to the desk he has a quill pen, and he's scratching entries into the ledger. And there is a hole next to him in the ceiling, from which there is a rope hanging down next to him. So, desk, guy who looks like an accountant, rope hanging from a hole in the ceiling. That's what you see. And it is Farron's turn.
Yes. So Farron's going to walk into the room around the throne the other way. And on the other side of the throne, taking a look at kind of the north end of the room here, past where everybody else was, just trying to see. I mean, like, obviously the broken window up there, it looks like there's another set of doors. If there's anything else that looks out of place.
No, in fact, this room mostly just looks empty and unused. You get the feeling that if this is an audience chamber, Strahd has not had an audience in a very long time.
For as much as I would love to go and open that other set of double doors, no, Farron's going to go and back Ninir here, and not force his way past into the next room, but just kind of watching over Ninir's shoulder to see what might happen next, as that rope looks kind of ominous.
Okay. You will notice that. So as a second figure appears in the doorway, the guy's kind of the man at the desk kind of flickers his eyes up for a sec. He's noticed you, but he doesn't seem to really be reacting to your presence. Liz, you're next.
There's nothing suspicious about this chair.
Hit it again.
You know those chair mimics.
I do know those chair mimics.
Hey, she hit it for 4 damage. If she was gonna make it chair mimic, that would be it.
It's Zombieland rules. Double tap it.
Double tap. Yep.
The suspicious thing about this chair is I hit it with a magic missile for maximum damage, and it's still here.
It's a very sturdy chair.
I'm eyeing this chair very suspiciously. I'm tempted to go up and look at the chair closer.
I was gonna say,
I want to look at the chair closer.
Okay.
No.
Give me an intelligence check.
That's an 11.
You
Can't roll. I can't make those magic missile rolls every
I
time.
was gonna say, what is your background, by the way?
My background is actually ranger.
God, I was
Grew up in the wilds.
really hoping it was carpenter. This is an important one to remember for anybody. Whenever you're making a roll like this, where you're not attacking, but you're like using what in other systems would be a skill or something, if your background is applicable, you can have advantage on the roll. So that's why you all have a background on your sheet. But in this case, I don't think a ranger helps you, but you do apply the best of your halfling intellect and your wizardly knowledge, and the fact that you're lower to the ground, so it's easier for you to look under chairs. You inspect every angle, every nail, every board of this chair, and you are eventually satisfied that it is in fact just a really nice chair that you've shot a magic missile at. Ninir, it's your turn.
It's a suspiciously stout chair.
She's gonna steal this chair.
I'm gonna look at the
definitely-
accountant and just ask him, "Excuse me, sir, are you just
Yes.
hanging out?
I'm keeping the master's books. Do you need something?
Yeah, we're looking for something that your master may have for us. He asked us to deliver it to him, but we seem to be, unable to find where he's at, or where he keeps anything that he may want from other people. Do you think you could point us in the right direction?"
And go ahead and give me a charisma check.
Hey, that's a straight 14.
Yeah, so he kind of looks up and he listens to your story about how you're supposed to be delivering something to him from inside his own castle, I guess. And he kind of snorts and he says, "Well, he certainly doesn't tell me where he keeps all his treasures." And he taps the book in front of him, and just makes it devilishly hard to keep his books if I don't know everything the master has. But tell me what you're looking for, and if I know where it is, I can tell you where it is.
His study.
The master. I thought you were looking for a thing, not a place. You're looking for the master's study. Very well. And he says, "What exactly are you retrieving for the master in his own study?" He just kind of shakes his head and he says, "Give me just a second." You notice as you're talking to him that he's not like he appears to be chained to the desk. And now you're going to have to give me just a second. And sorry, Joe, if you're going to have to cut this because I have to remember where his study is. Okay. He kind of points. So I guess he doesn't know that you came in the secret door, and he probably can't see it from that angle. So he'll give you the directions. He'll give you are that the master's study lies. I believe it's one floor up. Is it one floor up? Or is it on this floor? Yes, he says the master's study is one floor up, directly in the center of the castle. If you take any of the staircases up, you'll find your way there eventually. It's fairly hard to enter unless you are coming from the most central staircase in Castle Ravenloft, however. Rumor has it there's a secret way in or out, but I'm obviously not privy to that myself, he says, and kind of jangles his chains.
One last question. Is he working in the dark?
Go ahead and roll me a wisdom check.
14?
So you noticed, I wondered if anyone would pick up on that. You noticed when you came in that he was just steadily scratching away at the ledger, writing entry after entry after entry. His quill is completely dry. So, sort of.
I just want to move my torch closer, just get a good look at him.
Okay. Yeah, he is he kind of shrinks back to the light at first. He's not retreating like you would expect maybe like a vampire would. It's like, when you step out into a bright light. He looks like he may at one time have been a nicely dressed man. His clothes have gotten shabby over time. He looks a little malnourished, and otherwise looks like a perfectly ordinary accountant. He says, "What? You get that thing out of my face. You're going to light one of the papers on fire. Do you need something else from me?"
How long have you been here?
And he kind of looks around and he flip, and he starts rapidly paging back in the ledger. And he looks up at you and he says, "I don't know anymore. If you don't need anything, I'd ask you to leave, please." We'll cut over to Farron then.
Yeah.
Farron, watching this from the doorway, takes a moment to look around the rest of the room that he's in, just to see. I'm looking at the map, so you fill me in on what's in the south of the room there, Phil.
So there's more stacks of tomes and ledgers and more writing equipment for the accountant. Particularly, you do notice there are ink wells that aren't dry in the room. And yeah, it's the room itself, even the south end, is just kind of like lined with books and shelves and papers, and it's kind of a mess. Like he hasn't done a lot of good work tidying his office very much in the last however long he's been here.
Okay. With that, and seeing that it doesn't look like doesn't look like this accountant is going to be any threat, being chained down and what have you. Farron actually does back up and start going up towards that set of double doors.
Okay.
But one thing he's noticing as he's walking is the glow on his sword is starting to dim.
Yep. For listeners playing at home, we are playing Shadowdark today, not traditional D&D 5e, and it is played in real time. If that light goes out, our players will be left in the dark until they can create a new one, and things get very dangerous in the dark.
I guess I should probably end my turn with casting light on my sword again.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a spellcasting roll.
14. So
right.
It totally hits.
Successful. Go ahead and reset your torch timer. Liz, you're up next.
I will do the same as Farron just did and recast light, noticing him do it and looking at my own staff and seeing, oh, yeah, it's that time.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a spellcasting roll for you too.
I rolled a 10.
10, unfortunately, is not good enough. The light on your staff gutters out completely when you attempt to refresh it, and you find that you can no longer cast the light spell until you have had a long rest. Serl is good at magic missile. Would you like
Dark
to
magic in this place is powerful.
Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
I do have a lantern and some oil. I would like to light my lantern instead.
Okay.
If I can do that.
Yeah, you can do that without any special checks or anything, since there's still light in the room. You only really need to make skill checks to light lanterns and torches and ordinary things like that if there's no light, like you're fumbling around trying to do it in the dark. So with Farron still in the room with his lit up sword, yes, you can light your lantern. Nick, you're next.
All those years in wizard school, and for what?
So as I'm gonna back away from just the accountant and just slowly close the door.
Okay.
And noticing my own torch starting to go out, I'm gonna take out my secondary torch and light it, so I have another light source as well.
Okay.
And then I am going to look at the destroyed chair the semi-destroyed chair. Notice that this is my last torch, and I'm going to turn to Serl and ask her if she can make me another torch out of this chair.
Are you
Is that allowed? She's a ranger.
Are you? Oh, that is true. I do have the ranger background. Could I break off a chunk of the chair on my next turn as a torch?
You can give it a shot, yeah.
I can try. This is a very sturdy chair, though. I mean, just look at it. Exquisite construction.
Well, you've gotten the better of it once.
So while Serl and Ninir are discussing the virtues of this chair, Farron, what's up with you?
So Farron looks back at the other two and then comes up here and pushes this door open.
Alrighty. You find yourself met with a hallway with another pair of double doors immediately across it. It's kind of a 10-foot wide corridor. There's alcoves to the north and south where it's incredibly dark, but you can kind of float your light over there and see it. And just at the very back, kind of at the edge of your sight, you can actually see what appear to be humanoid figures, one to the north, one to the south. They do not react to you looking into the room.
Farron slowly closes the door.
Okay. Farron nopes out of the room. Okay. Are you going to do anything else, or are you good?
He turns to the other two. Another hallway. Something here.
All right, Liz.
I'm gonna try to break, like, maybe a leg off this chair and make a torch with whatever I might have on me.
Okay, that's fine. So give me a strength check with advantage for your ranger background.
Oh no. A strength check.
Yeah, unfortunately, that seems to be the best stat for breaking stuff.
Dear, but advantage. That's an 11?
Yeah, I think. Poor Strahd's chair. I think you managed to like pry a slat loose from underneath it. It has like, it's one of those ones that got like a padded seat, but there's like wooden planks underneath that support it.
Okay.
And obviously they're not as like well made as the top since they're never meant to be seen, but you kind of clamber under there with your halfling dexterity and like wrench a plank loose. And you come back out with this piece of, importantly, since Ninir wants to make a torch out of it, untreated wood that you can proudly present him with.
And maybe I like wrap a piece of the cushion around it, and it's like definitely a totally serviceable torch, maybe?
That's true. Okay. Yep. Ninir, you definitely have a backup torch again.
Yeah, many thanks, Interior Destroyer.
I don't like the sound of that, definitely, but okay. Phil, did you expect today going in here to have this much conversation about a chair?
I did not. I did not expect the empty chair to be the topic of conversation here.
I need light.
Look, y'all got to do what you want to do to survive. Liz, where do you want to go?
I will look up to Faerun and ask, is it not safe in there?
Hard to say. Closed door before find out.
Perhaps we should go back the other way, the other stairway.
Yeah, we could keep going up. Were there no stairs there, Farron?
Just another door.
Oh, why am I shocked?
Only another door. That's definitely it.
Another doorway in my castle? It's more likely than you'd think.
Well, since...
Serl, do you want to come and blow the other door open with a magic missile?
That sounds like an amazing idea. Though, you know, one of these times I'm going to roll terribly on Magic Missile and then never be able to cast Magic Missile again.
It's going to be very sad when you lose Magic Missile.
It's going to be very sad. Okay, are you opening this door for me to cast it on the next door? Is that what's happening?
That would be what's happening.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Cast Magic Missile!
Okay, spellcasting roll with advantage.
And now we know why Strahd
Okay.
is like, I'm gonna kill you guys in my castle because we just got around breaking his stuff.
I imagine that you've basically been going around Barovia for the past 2 weeks with this exact same attitude. What'd you get?
I rolled a 1,
but
also a 20.
Nice. Okay, so since you have advantage, the 20 wins out, and this is a you hit.
That's going to be a 23, so hopefully the door isn't trying to dodge.
No, the door is not going to be getting out of the way at all. So you I also want to say this thing with the chair has entertained me so much. Serl, take a luck token. At any time, you may cash in your luck token to reroll any roll you just made, or you can give it to a companion. Anyway, the magic missile automatically hits, and roll your damage.
Guys, you are not going to believe what I just rolled.
A 4.
It's a 4.
Well,
Yes.
In this case, it's actually an 8 because you crit the door with that natural 20. I'm going to say that is good enough that you cast this magic missile, it hits the doorknob and just swings the doors open. And beyond is another wide hallway. However, this one, unlike the boring ones you've been seeing so far, is decorated. That is a 20-foot wide hall, has a dark vaulted ceiling. And from within the hallway, you think you kind of see shadows dancing very, very distantly, and you can hear a low moan, like someone up and down the length of the corridor. Worth noting
That
that
is a very,
go ahead.
very unpleasant sound. That,
It really is.
a little concerning.
However, it doesn't seem to be coming from the humanoid figures that Farron saw to the north and south in this little narrow hallway. In fact, they don't seem to have reacted to the magic missile in any way. Ninir, you're up next.
Sorry, I was talking the whole time without my mic pressed. Jeez, I'm sorry. I'm going to step into the hall and shine my light to the north and the south before I go into the moaning hallway.
Okay. So this appears to have been a guard post at some point, and the figures that Farron saw, each of them is a skeleton that is held up by a spear that is stuck through it into the wall behind it.
Jeez. I'm just going to grimace as I walk by, and then I'm going to step into this next hallway.
Okay. So you step into the creepy hallway. As mentioned, it is, I said 20 feet wide. It's a bit long. The whole time you're in here, that moaning sound is even louder. And now that you've stepped in, the shadows appear to be flickering even harder. It's kind of a creepy experience all in all. Is there anything you want to do while you're in here?
What's immediately to my left and right? Anything?
Nothing. This is I was reading the wrong room description. Sorry when I said this is a decorated hallway. This is fancy architecture, but not decorated. It's just a vaulted ceiling.
I came in here because I wanted to potentially steal decorations. No, I don't have anything else I want to do.
Okay. In that case, Chris.
So Farron is going to cautiously cross the hallway.
Okay.
Even though he knows the skeletons are there now, pinned to the wall, he still doesn't trust that in this castle. But as he comes up behind Ninir, he reaches out and touches Ninir's shoulder, and in the process, cast Bless.
Okay, give me a spellcasting roll.
That's a 24.
That is successful. Bless says that one creature you touch gains a luck token. So, congrats. Nick, you now also have a luck token. You can cash it in the future to re-roll a dice roll. Or give it to a companion. Alright, and last but not least, Serl. Is there any other furniture you would like to threaten on your way into this hallway?
I feel like I've thoroughly threatened the furniture in this area. And also, after the ghost encounter last time, it feels best to stay with my companions, just in case.
Okay.
I will step into the hallway. After noticing Farron having found this secret door, I would like to just check the walls on either side. Is there anything suspicious or any other...
All right, yeah. Go ahead and give me an intelligence check to investigate this hallway.
That's a 20.
Oh,
Not a natural 20.
Oh, dirty 20. All right, that's plenty.
Dirty 20.
Yeah, about halfway down the hall. So, two things happen. One, you eventually figure out that the moaning sound is there are small cracks in the ceiling and the walls, and the moaning sound is the wind howling by outside. The flickering shadows are your own torches and lights. You're getting a little jumpy here. But you do find a thing. You find a secret door to the south. You find a suspiciously little room. You peek in the door. It the first thing you smell, even before you open the door, like you kind of find this secret doorway. You find a little mechanism that opens, and you kind of push it in, and you immediately smell like grease and well-oiled wood and like other things you would associate with machinery. Are you going inside or looking inside?
I'm definitely looking inside.
Okay.
I'd like to know what's there before deciding whether to go inside.
Sure. Yes.
And whether it's anything I could cast magic missile on.
Plenty, honestly. So as you poke your head in, that smell of grease and oil and wood just gets stronger, and you look inside, and the entire room is filled with very intricate machinery. There are gears and pulleys everywhere and little passages so you can like move around in here safely. And then at the south end of the room is honestly just a shaft that continues both up and down. You can't tell how far up or down it goes just looking from here. But there is a room full of machinery and a dark shaft at the other end of the room.
It's an elevator.
Maybe. Ninir, you're up next.
Yeah, I do want to look back at the others and say, do either of you know anything about machinery? It's not really my area.
No, I'm a humble jeweler by day.
Okay, Ninir, humble jeweler, you're next.
So I think that I'll go into this room.
Okay.
I want to see what else. Is there anything else that I can roll to observe, or is it just straight going up or down?
So you can, if you're going all the way into the room, you can look and you can see that the that the shaft just goes up as far it goes. It seems to go up, and it also goes about, you'd guess, probably 90 feet down. And then just the mechanism in this room, if you wanted to try to figure out how that works.
You know what? Yeah, I'll try and figure out how it works.
Okay, in this case, it's actually just going to be a flat D100 roll. Can you make that roll for me?
Okay. That is going to be... So clarify before, I'll roll the D100 and then a D10 for any number in between?
Yes.
The zeros, essentially?
Yes.
49.
Okay. Try as you might, you really cannot figure out what this thing is supposed to do. Like, you get the feeling it's going to lift something, but you can't exactly figure out how it works. You're just a humble jeweler by day.
I am just a humble jeweler by day. I'm going to get frustrated and fed up with it and walk back into the hallway towards the other doors.
Okay. Sounds good.
That'll
Farron.
work for me.
Pausing here. Chris, you back?
I am now.
Alrighty, you're up next. Your compatriots have poked around this room full of machinery. Farron doesn't seem to know what to do with it, and is huffed back out into the hallway.
Oh boy. So have we explored the like northern side of the room? I see that there's machinery in the southern side.
Serl kind of covered most of this area trying to find like secret doors and things, and this was the only thing that jumped out at them.
Okay. Then it's across the room we go to the other double doors, and in typical Farron fashion, he just throws them open.
Farron's like, I ain't bothering with machinery. Okay, so you will find an interestingly shaped little room here. Let me see what this is. Oh god, I see furniture. Get Serl. 28. Okay. So you have entered... So you throw open the door to a long balcony. The balcony is overlooking a room below that appears to be strewn with rubble. And in the middle of the balcony are two large, ornate thrones facing away from the double doors you just busted through.
Well, that's not suspicious at all.
Not at all. Not in the least. What are you talking about?
So I guess Farron will continue just brushing inside up to the back of those two thrones to take a look at them.
Give me a wisdom check.
I ain't got no wisdom. Come on now.
Aren't you the priest?
The priest that was formerly a barbarian, yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, that's not a great one. That's a wisdom of 5.
Okay. You don't really notice anything other than these two chairs look really nice. Actually, I guess I should reveal the room below because you can see that as you start moving in here. As mentioned, the balcony kind of overlooks a lower area with strewn with rubble. But more importantly, as you walk around the chairs, you realize that the chairs are occupied. From behind you, you hear no. You can go ahead and move in front of them. They won't do anything until you're in front of them. You hear a groaning sound, and you turn around to realize that the chairs are occupied by two fairly robust-looking zombies. who stand up as you walk around onto the balcony. I guess you haven't really taken an action yet. Do you want to do anything?
Yeah. Turning around. Oh.
Oh, he says.
This is awkward. And then he pulls out his holy symbol and casts Turn Undead.
Okay. Let me see it. Oh my god, these are
Don't fail me now.
Come on, spellcasting roll.
17.
Okay, so you cast that successfully, and I now have to make charisma checks for each of them. If they get a 7 or less, they are just immediately destroyed.
These two zombies have the most Riz.
Unfortunately, they have a Riz of -3. That one rolled a 6. And that one rolled a 10. So one of them is immediately disintegrated in a blast of holy light, and the other one on its turn will have to spend its turn fleeing from you. With that, it's over to Serl.
Well, hearing the commotion.
Yeah, you hear Farron go, oh, and you turn around to see him brandishing his holy symbol, and you see that familiar flash of light again, as an undead creature is just immediately dusted.
Wow, what nice chairs. Huh. This place is full of nice chairs.
Liz almost spit water on my mic.
So we still have one zombie to deal with?
Yeah, it's shielded from you from this side by the very nice chair.
Is this like D&D where I have disadvantage on spellcast within melee range?
Nope. You can get right up on it if you want to.
I figure it's on the other side of the chair, so I kind of have to get right up on it to see it.
Yeah, or I mean, if you like go to the north, you could for a little bit. You could see it around like the edge of the chair, but.
So like, nope. This is what I'm doing.
Okay, let's do it. I assume you're casting magic missile.
I cast magic missile.
Who's ready for 1 damage? Let's go.
You can just assume that whenever I say that, I'm like raising my arms excitedly because I am. I rolled 2 natural 20s.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll damage and then double whatever you get. That is a crit in any
That's
in
a
any
4
measure.
on the dice.
Oh my god, guys, she crit something that's not a chair. You blast the heck out of this zombie. However, here's the weird part. You're used to zombies kind of falling over. You've shot zombies with magic missile before. I mentioned to Farron that these zombies look a little more robust. And yeah, this zombie does look a lot healthier. You magic missile it, but it's still up and kicking.
Oh dear.
And now it kind of looks over the arm of the chair at you.
That was supposed to work. That looked like it worked.
It did work.
Did anyone else? It looked like it worked, right? I'm just like looking over at Farron.
Serl, it's not a chair.
Ninir, you're next.
I'm just gonna run in and take my sword out and just swing for whatever's left of this thing.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and take a swing at it.
Oh, that is a 2 with a -1 for 1.
I still have a luck token.
Oh yeah, don't forget that luck token you just got.
Yeah, but what if it's the difference between life and death? I gotta save it.
Okay, well, if you're saving it, I regret to inform you that the zombies do not have an AC of 1, and your sword thunks uselessly into the back of the chair. With that, it is the zombie's turn. And as much as he would like to stay and threaten Serl, unfortunately, he is compelled by the power of Madeira to flee from Farron. And so he kind of like awkwardly scrambles around the chair and then starts running down the hallway that you all just came up. Farron, it's your turn again.
Phil, I take it there's no attacks of opportunity in this one, huh?
No, there's not.
That's fine. I like the magic system in this better.
Yeah.
I'll give up attacks of opportunity for that.
For magic. That's fair. Yeah, go ahead.
Farron is like, no, you don't, and chases after with that longsword, which is a magic longsword, I should add, which he's going to swing into the back of the zombie, hopefully.
All right. Give me an attack roll.
It's a D20.
It'll be a D20 plus your strength modifier, plus the magic bonus of whatever the longsword has.
Yeah, so the longsword has +2. I have to do math here for a second. Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I have +2 to my attack rolls from being a level 5 priest, and +2 on my longsword, and a -1 to my strength. So it'll be a roll +3. Okay. 19.
19 hits. Go ahead and roll damage for me.
A D8 +1. That's 9.
It had exactly 9 hit points left after being blasted with magic missile. You chase it down and you sink your sword into the back of this fleeing zombie who keeps like looking over his shoulder as you get closer, and he's trying to shamble away, and you just cleave him cleanly in half with your magic longsword, and just kind of falls to the ground in the hallway.
It's the Halls of Reflection thing. Where, like, you're just constantly running away, looking over your shoulder at Arthas, who's just slowly following behind you.
Yep, except in this case, it's a priest of one of the gods of law. And, yeah, you cut the zombie down. There you go. So, now that the immediate threat is over, you all kind of have a chance to take in your surroundings a little more closely. As mentioned, this room has two thrones that are kind of overlooking a vast, like, rubble-strewn room. The thrones were facing away from the doors, which is how the zombies did not immediately spot you. This appears like at one time it may have been a place of worship, but not so much anymore. The altar doesn't appear to be consecrated to anyone or anything, and what's down there below mostly appears to be wreckage and unused building materials. Serl, you're up next. What would you like to do?
So we're on like a second floor?
Yeah, you're on it's like a long north-south balcony overlooking this room below.
Uh-huh. And how high up are we?
That is a good question. I wouldn't suggest jumping. Is how I would put it. I don't have an exact height. It's not as far down as the first floor. It's just kind of a lower area.
It's still a second floor.
Yeah, probably like a good 20 feet. It's almost like a half floor. It's weird.
Yeah. The zombie corpse that's sitting here, I would like to look at it.
Okay.
And just, is there anything that might identify the person this might have once been? Is this...
doesn't have any identifying stuff. Let's find out.
Or, any awesome magic items that might help us defeat a creature of great evil.
No, that's fair.
Either or.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to look for treasure. Let's say he's got something in his pocket. Let's find out what it is. Sorry, I need the level of the zombie that you just killed here. I'm gonna let you roll for what you get, because that's always fun.
Oh boy.
Okay, the zombie was level 2. So go ahead and make me a D100 roll.
Okay. That's a 69.
Nice. So I guess based on where you're standing, you're actually looking for like what the one that Farron dusted left sitting behind in his chair.
Yeah.
And what you find, and this is an interesting treasure for a zombie to have had. So sitting in the chair and then also leaning against the front of the chair is a matched trio of warhammers. The heads are silver, and other than that, they are warhammers.
Okay, I did not expect that.
Surprise, warhammers.
I don't know that I could carry 3 warhammers, so I may just be... If anyone here wants a warhammer, this zombie had 3 of them in its possession.
I think maybe like one is between the thrones. Maybe it was like their shared warhammer. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it makes a little more sense that way.
It's a collection of warhammers. There was once a 3rd zombie here. Sparrow is here piecing together this story in her head. A trio of zombies, a family of zombies once inhabited this place.
Okay, so while Serl is mulling over the warhammers, Ninir, it's your turn.
So, looking over this, it's just rubble, and Ninir's going to just look at Serl and Farron and say, should we keep find another way up? I don't know if we want to go down there.
Yeah, it's worth noting that everywhere you can see from the balcony goes down. Like, looking down at the area below, you don't see like any stairs or anything, and the set of stairs on this balcony goes down.
Yeah.
Is curious to find a place of worship in this dark place. Even wrecked as it is, why would anyone have?
Well, it makes you think, what is he worshipping? And is it worth it to find out?
And Serl's still looking at the chairs, or what were the people who lived here before worshipping? I have a reason to look at these chairs and the former zombies that inhabited them. I actually have a reasonable thought. I am not just obsessing over chairs.
Listener, I'll leave that up to you to judge. Anything else you want to do, Ninir?
Just gonna float the group to the question: do we want to go down and see what's down here, or do we want to go back to the hallway and go back or continue onwards up?
I will follow the will of the group. I will follow the threads of fate.
Okay.
I guess
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, because it's going to be my turn next. Am I making the decision for the group like you did last time?
It kind of sounds like it.
Well, I flipped a coin.
Well, that's not how Farron works.
All right. How does Farron work, Farron, since it's your turn?
Well, Farron, at the zombie at his feet, again, as he's done multiple times now, he kind of kicks it with his foot, looks back at the other two, and steps back into the hallway looking up and down, and says, we should take the steps down. Look around. We don't want to be here if he shows up here. Not a good place to fight. It would have grave consequences.
Yeah, Farron brings up a good point. Remember that the Count has told you that he will return for you wherever you are, and you just have a feeling in the back of your head that he can probably find you wherever you are in his castle.
So I think with that,
quick look.
Yeah, that's Farron will lead the group down. He'll be the first through the door.
Okay. In that case, we will have to bring you down to a different map as you go down the stairs.
Maps, the true enemy.
Yeah, changing maps.
Maps and doors.
Maps and doors, and apparently furniture. Okay, so switching maps. Chrome users, you may have to refresh. I will move your tokens to where they are now after making it visible.
Yep.
I have kidnapped your tokens and moved them to the northeast a ways.
Okay.
As you come down a set of double stairs. Let me see what these are. 16 to 28. Okay. All right. So you find I said you find a set of. Oh wait, I can actually reveal this too because you guys have seen this. You've seen out in this area. Yeah, so you found a set of stairs that kind of winds back on itself. There's a pair of alcoves. And then you can see out there what you presume is the rest of that chapel-like area that you could see from the balcony. Peeking around the corner, you can see a pair of alcoves north and south at the bottom of the stairs, which have inside them a pair of 8-foot-tall shadowy figures, stone statues, very muscular, very like almost like just like Grecian style like statues just standing in alcoves watching this hallway. With that, it is over to let's see, Farron made a decision, so Serl.
Statues look very suspicious.
These statues are toast.
Do I recognize these statues as of a particular deity or associated with a deity?
Go ahead and give me an intelligence check.
Okay. That's just an 11.
Nothing really stands out. You think maybe you've seen you think maybe you've seen mentions of like local deities here in Barovia. The style is older, but then what's outside the castle and obviously more ornate, but you think maybe you've seen something like them out in the country, so maybe like icons of like a local god.
I will continue past them into the room.
Okay. So
Boldly striding through.
boldly
Definitely
striding
not
into the
going
room.
to get attacked.
That's fine. So you enter the what appears to be an ancient chapel. Again, thinking over your knowledge of older religions as you enter here, you enter the ancient chapel of Castle Ravenloft. You can see from down here that a lot of the stuff that is jumbled on the floor is old pews and benches, either covered in centuries of dust or falling apart from disrepair. But interestingly, there's the angle, I guess, you think to yourself now that you're down here, or maybe something else, since it is still storming outside. You can see through the stained glass windows, but there's still a single piercing shaft of light that falls from... You're not really sure where it's falling from, but it falls directly on a small statue laying on the altar. Other than that, this room seems that nothing has disturbed it in centuries.
Nadira, guide me on my quest for justice and law. But that's my turn.
Okay. Ninir.
Okay, so Ninir's followed Serl this entire time.
Okay.
And, well, we know what happens when they frolic off by themselves.
Yep. Ghosts, mostly.
Ghosts, mostly. I want to get closer to this center alcove and just try and make heads or tails of what's there, or if there's anything that catches my eye.
Okay, show me where you're going. Sorry. Alrighty. So you're going to... So that's the altar that has the little statue on it that Serl noticed from a distance. Even from here, you can see the light falling on it. Up close, you also notice that there are what appear to be the remains of a humanoid figure. You can guess... You kind of have to just deduce that, though, from the clothes that it was wearing, because it appears that this black-clad humanoid figure in these ominous, deep black robes attempted to touch the thing on the altar and was blasted to ash. It's just a pile of ash with black robes, but you can see like the ash almost forms like the outline of hands trying to grasp the thing that the light is falling on this altar. Also, there is a mace on the ground.
Huh. Okay. Can I try and make a roll to see where he might have gotten this person might have gotten blasted from?
Yeah, give me a... Looking at what's in front of you, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. That is going to be an 11.
Yeah, it doesn't take much common sense to figure out that he was attempting to pick up this figure off the altar, and whatever it was destroyed him.
Oh, no, but like where it was coming from, like where he got blown from. Like, do I notice, are there any obvious, like, gargoyle heads on the wall, for example, that potentially could shoot fire?
No. The thing on the altar was what blasted him into ash.
Oh, it was the thing itself. Got it.
Yeah,
okay.
he touched... You can guess... You can put together a little story. He touched it, it rejected him, and he was destroyed.
Mood.
Yeah.
Big mood.
Is it maybe since we're in a place of worship, one who has led worship in the past would be better off handling this?
How convenient, since it's his turn next.
Indeed.
Farron, you're up next.
So Farron comes through the middle of this alcove here and side-eyeing both of the statues. As you can't trust anything in this damn castle. Then, makes his way over to the altar and takes a look at it. And looking at the altar as a priest, what is it that I see?
Okay. Remind me what your alignment is.
Lawful.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're attuned enough to kind of the cosmic laws of like law and chaos that you can kind of feel the law exuding, like the power of law and good exuding from whatever this little statue is. And it occurs to you that maybe part of the reason as you're standing here, maybe Ninir pieces this together too, but the ashes of the evil cleric still exactly where they lay when he died, that this room gives like a weird sensation that like nothing has disturbed it, and also that nothing in this castle is capable of disturbing it. But yeah, this altar, this icon, which is just kind of a vaguely humanoid shape, although with wings on its back, is carved of purest silver and is exuding what you can feel as a sense of powerful law and good.
Okay. Then the first thing Farron does is pick up the mace.
Okay. You now have a silver-headed mace.
Cool.
Say it's a +1 mace.
Okay. And then Farron looks over at Ninir, takes a deep breath, and reaches out for the statue.
Okay, and you confirm to me that your alignment is law, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, good choice. Yes, you pick it up and you're holding your breath, and you have a statue. You have, in fact, picked up the icon of Ravenloft. It is a holy artifact of tremendous lawful good power. It will give you an additional +4 on your rolls to turn undead, and once per day it can heal somebody for 3d6 +3 healing. And when you pick that up, you like the whole room kind of seems to brighten. But other than that, nobody gets destroyed. And so you let out that breath, and you're holding your holy icon, and that is where we're going to end episode 2.
Blizzard Watch is made possible due to the generous contributions at patreon.com/blizzardwatch. Your continued support means that this podcast lighting community is able to thrive and grow. Blizzard Watch supporters enjoy exclusive benefits like early access to the podcast, a better chance at having your question answered on our podcast with a queue, and an ads-free site experience. With that, folks, we'll see you next time.